Alright guys, welcome back to Elk Ridge Outdoors. I wanted to hop on here real quick and show you a little bit of my saws. The 455 that I worked on the other day in the little maintenance video was my dad's. And here's a little workshop here, and I've got a couple more sitting in there, but I don't use them that much. They're just really more stuff that I've collected. A lot of it's for parts, but guys, here's some of the stuff I use on a daily basis when we're doing tree work, because not only do we do the sawmill and cut our own lumber and stuff, but I do a lot of climbing work and a lot of removal work as well. And here's just a couple of the saws I've got. Guys, this is the biggest one I've got right here, and it is a it's a 660 steel clone. It's a Holtzforma, and I know you guys have probably seen these out here, and I'm going to do a review video on these saws. They're like I said, they're a clone saw, but guys, for the money, you can't beat them. Like I said, it's you take a 660 steel, you set this saw beside it, every part will come off at 660 steel and go on this saw. And like I said, I've got 3 of these Holtzforma brand Farmertech saws, and like I said, well, I'll do a review video on that shortly. But guys, this is my 660. Like I said, it's got a 36-inch bar, and I know camera doesn't really do it justice, but guys, this thing's a monster. Got our logo on there. Here is an older saw, and I don't use it a whole lot, but I got it back from my grandpa, and found every part and piece to put it back together, and I've still got to do a lot of cleaning up, and I want to restore this saw completely. But it does run, and it is an 041 Farm Boss steel. As you can see, it's the old school steel. Guys, this little fella here I actually bought from Walmart. Believe it or not, it's a Black Max brand with a 16-inch bar. And the reason I bought it, and you say, well, why would you waste money on a cheap chainsaw? Well, guys, I think it run me about 150 bucks. But you don't want to carry monster stuff around when you're just, you know, cutting up a little bit of firewood here or there, or you're trimming everything up after a big job. And guys, this little saw is perfect. It starts smooth, it runs great. No problems with it whatsoever. Tickled to death with it, and I might even do a separate review video on it. Right here is the saw that I use to climb with right now, and this is a Holtzforma G111. And as you can see, too, I'm going to do also another review video. I got a lot of review videos to do, but guys, this right here is a baby doll of a saw, and it's cloned after a Stihl MS200T. And like I said, it's a house. It's 35 cc's, but guys, it is lightweight. You can attach it to your climbing belt, go right up a tree with it, and never have to think twice. But I use a lot of these Archer bars. I'm gonna do a review video on those. And I've got a Mini Max on this one, 12-inch for climbing. Like I said, my big one up there is the 36 Pro Max, and it's running their chains as well. Now the old one here, I've got a Forester on, because that's a bar that actually I had laying around. I just stuck on with an older chain just to get everything back to going on it. Here is my 372 XP Holtzforma Farmertech, and it's got a Archer Pro Max. It's a 24-inch bar, and guys, this is a 70, and I'll list the cc's. That right there, I think, is a 38 cc, the Black Max. The steel, I'm not entirely sure right off the top of my head. Steel's a little weird. The 660 up there is a 98 cc saw. It weighs 28 pounds with that bar and chain on it. It's a heavy saw. The 372 here is a clone of a 372 Husky, and that's the 3 Farmertech saws I currently have right now. But it's a 71 cc saw, so it's a house. Guys, I have a Stratocharge, and this is by Red Max. I picked this up actually from my uncle. and got it running and everything. And it's a pole saw. I use it a whole lot if I'm, you know, just trimming low limbs or cleaning up around somebody's house for them. And like I said, it's a handy little tool to have. This right here is my old climbing saw, and I keep it to use as a backup. I used to use it full time, but now that I bought that Holtz Forma there, I don't use it as much just because it's hard to find parts for, guys, and it's pretty much a collector saw now. And that's a 280E Echo, and it's somewhere around mid 30 cc's, 12-inch bar on it as well. And guys, that's a sweet running little old saw. Like I said, I just don't use it much because it's hard to come by on the parts, and I like to keep it just as a backup if I was to need it for hard times. Guys, this one here, you can see I'm running another Archer Pro Max. So I have 4 of these bars and their chains, and they're razor blade sharp. Love them. This is a 390 XP Husky. Now this is the real deal, and I actually got it on a steal of a deal. Same uncle I bought the pole saw off of, he was wanting to get rid of it and said it was too big for him. And guys, this right here is about an 88, 89 cc saw. It's a house, but it's running a 24-inch Archer Pro Max. Love it as well. Love it. Probably one of the best filling saws I've got. This right here is another little, and it's dirty right now because I've used it quite a bit, and I've got to break it down and clean it up. And I try to keep all my saws as clean as possible. They're all pretty dirty right now where we've done a lot of work with them. But this is an Echo, and this is a 440 EVL, and it's about a 43, I think, maybe a little bigger than that, cc saw, and it's running a 16, I believe, Forester that I had laying around. And guys, I bought this bar I bought this chainsaw, sorry, from a pawn shop local to me, and I got a good deal on it. Had to break it down, do a lot of carb work to it, a lot of maintenance work, a lot of redoing this and that, and I just stuck this Forester bar on it because it's in pretty good shape, chain's in pretty good shape. Like I said, it's another little saw that I use just to trim up and clean up, and I don't use it a whole lot, just because, once again, it's getting a little harder to come by. You can look them up on eBay. They're getting pretty pricey on these old Echoes. And right here is a new investment I've made. I've had it for just a little bit, and I've used it a bunch. Guys, if you don't know what this is a 4-stroke. It's a Honda, but it's a capstan winch. And what that means is you use I use a 1/2-inch braided rope. And right there is the sling that you put around the tree. You anchor it around the tree, and you feed your rope through that. And guys, when the winch is running, the drum spins the whole time and pulls on the rope if you've got tension on it. And I've winched some pretty good sized trees with it. It's pretty stout, and I think the capacity on it, if I'm not mistaken, let's see, I want to say it's around 1,600 pounds. So like I said, it's a heck of a little old winch. It'll get you out of a bind if you need it, and like I said, it beats dragging small stuff a long way when you can just hook to it. Let's see what else here, guys. I've got a older Craftsman. Like I said, I don't use it a whole lot. That is a 335 or 355 T. I can't remember. I found that in an old house that I was doing some work around, and I've yet to get it running. I'm still missing a few parts for it. But that is a Husqvarna climbing saw, and it was made in '98. I believe was the only year they were made. And let's see here what else I've got. Some Christmas stuff, all kinds of Christmas stuff. Guys, I tell you, I might do another video on this. I know I got a lot of reviews to do, but Black Max Weed Eater, crook shaft, dirty as a devil from summer. I hadn't cleaned it up either, but I think I give $100 for that little old weed eater, and I use it all the time just because it's lightweight and smooth to use. That is a winch right there, a come along really, and it's uses that blue steel rope. It's a 3-ton. So like I said, that right there, if you're willing to winch with it, it'll get you out of a bind if you need it. And then I've got some old parts saws laying around. I've got a 009 Stihl, and it actually does run. I've got to put a coil on it, and I might do a video on that. So like I said, I know I've got a lot of promises made here. But and then I've got everybody's got one of these stored in their basement somewhere, or building, or garage, or something, an old Poland Wild thing, and it runs too. I believe it needs a coil right now as well. But it's just a old beater saw that you put on the 4-wheeler and take somewhere with you if you need to cut just a little bit of brush. But like I said, guys, there's what I have here at the house. I've got about 6 or 7 more over at my other garage. But I just want to give you guys a quick overview of some of the saws that I used. Like I said, my dad's got that 455, and he's got a 362 Stihl, and he's got a 360 Stihl that he uses. But if we need a little more horsepower, I've always got it stored away in the building up here, and like I said, I use these a whole lot. But my favorite by far out of all of these, I'll go ahead and tell you, is these two right here. That's going to be that 372, just because of the weight. I really like the real Husky 390, but it's heavy. It's real heavy. This saw, for the power to weight, you can't beat. And obviously my climbing saw, because guys, I carry it everywhere and I use it even if I'm on the ground. If I just need to trim up something out of the way, I carry that little saw with me everywhere, and it is a baby doll. Best investment I've made. But guys, on these saws right here, you cannot beat them Husqvarna Farmertechs. Go on eBay, look them up, price a 372 Husky, and then price one of these, and if you're willing to work on it just a little bit, you got a killer saw, because every part off a real 372 Husky will swap over to these, and you can completely tear this saw down and rebuild it with genuine Husqvarna parts or genuine Stihl parts, either one, and come out still half as cheap as what you could buy one of these saws for, buy Stihl or Husky. But guys, as always, thank you for tuning in to Elk Ridge Outdoors. Just wanted to give you a little overview, and we'll catch you later.